And then Devolver Digital had their, weird thing. I guess we can start with them. Did they show anything worth noting? I didn't get to watch it. They usually have something weird, or just they're just kind of weird. Like last year, didn't they have that digital show floor thing where you could play it for free through Steam and you could unlock things for them?
Which they're pretty much doing again, yeah.
Are they? Okay.
They're a weird company.
Phantom Abyss coming to Steam early access on June 22nd. That was really the only thing. Man, I suffered through that 30 minutes, and it was a tough 30 minutes. That was really the only thing that stood out to me. I mean, the rest of it was chili dogs and weird jokes about the industry.
I don't know. I like chili dogs. They're
what
good.
You're saying it's better than the Ubisoft pre-show.
Come on.
I don't even think so.
I don't know.
The chili dogs that they were eating looked super dry, so no.
No, that's disappointing.
See, yeah, I mean, there's I haven't I didn't watch the actual thing, but I've just seen kind of seen bits and pieces of some of the games. I did kind of like the look of that Trek to Yumi or whatever. But and they're I don't know, cause see, the thing is a lot of the times I actually look more forward to seeing some of the more the indie games and stuff like that, because to this day Rhyme is still one of my all-time favorite games. I've played that.
Go ahead.
What was? Oh, I was just gonna say that I've played that game multiple times, to this day, and I just love that game, and there's nothing breathtaking or whatever about it. It's just the way the art style is, and I mean the music in it is probably, it's still one of my favorite soundtracks, but just the way that the music tells the narration, and there's no words, no narration, no nothing. And the music, I look for that kind of stuff, and you're not gonna find that in the big title, big games that are getting all this money thrown at them. You're just not gonna get that. So I do like watching, it's a lot of this kind of stuff, and looking for a good indie game that's gonna just do something that nothing else is, and that's usually the only place you're gonna find that thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why I wasn't totally crushed, but I really had my hopes up for a couple of those, and another one's Annapurna. I'm sure they'll talk more about maybe what they had on the Indie Direct, but for Devolver, I mean, I think Devolver's the one that put out Gree and Katana Zero, and way back then Hotline Miami. So I was like, let's get something fresh and new and exciting, but I guess not this year.
Yeah.
I wonder how much the pandemic had to do with that, and then them saying, we're Devolver, we have to do something weird this year because we're Devolver. Do we really have anything to show? And then they just, did this. Something tells me that this year feels like a year where people feel like they have to do something, even though all their stuff's being delayed.
Do you think that hurts their brand more than?
I think a lot of people are getting a pass just because everybody knows what happened the last year and a half. It's just, it's just the state of the world. Everybody getting back on their feet, and E3 coming back and people showing off games feels like a little bit more like another step towards normalcy. So there's that.
What if they did this next year?
Yeah, I mean, if they did the same thing next year, it's almost like what we say about Bethesda, although not on that level, because obviously Bethesda's a way bigger company. But it's Bethesda, that first E3 they did, it was really awesome, and they showed a lot, and it was concise. They showed a lot of great big things, and they're like, yeah, we're coming back next year. And then the next 2 years, they didn't show anything worth noting. It was well, you showed DLC for Wolfenstein. You showed this free Quake game that nobody played. Okay, yeah, you have this Elder Scrolls Blades game, and they felt like they had to do something, and everybody brings that up every year, right? And it's well, next year if they do that, maybe we could have this conversation again. But I don't know. It could potentially hurt a brand, but not to the extent of like, oh geez, they're doing one of these again, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how many
Yeah,
Nintendo Directs have we watched where like, do they need a full direct for that, or could they have just done like the Paper Mario thing where they just released a trailer for this and it was like, oh, neat. So.
Yeah, like, because you know, and I think that's the thing is like, at least for me, like I judge like, you know, how well like a thing is depending on like, for me, I think what's more important is just having like different stuff that's gonna appeal to multiple people. Because like, you know, like, I mean, every time that I watch a Nintendo one and they show another, you know, whole hour of what new characters are coming to Smash, I don't care about that game at all. But, you know, like I can see though that if I'm someone who loves that game,
yeah,
like it's cool how in depth they get, you know, talking about that stuff.
They did get away
people
from
like that.
They did get away from showing that in the bigger directs though. They've usually been like, here's the reveal of the character. If you want to watch this, we're doing another direct specifically on this character. Right?
Yeah,
remember the year it was revealed, they spent like 40 minutes of like a 80-minute direct on Smash and like characters and how they play, and it's like nobody cares about this except for like 3% of your audience, like, and I think they took that feedback to heart, and that's why they started doing that. But
yeah,
so,
but it's I mean, that's cool for the people who love that stuff. But you know, and like I said, that's not really, in my opinion, gonna, you know, make it a bad thing, you know, and overall. But
yeah. All right. Well,